Which works for you?
Awesome.
Cool.
Very good. Are we ready to roll? Should we get the party started? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. First of all, welcome to our Celebrating for July. So grateful you came. Lots of good information here today. We are also recording it, so it's going to be on our YouTube channel. If you missed a piece of information, you can hop back up on there and write down notes and do whatever you need to do. Of course, we're going to touch on our vision. Who wants to go over our vision for us? You know, and you're going to say, Tia, what's our vision?
Be the number one market center and profit share in the Southwest region.
Yes. What does that mean?
That means by providing alternative
It's a wonderful thing, right? Your business grows, Keller Williams grows, and we all grow together, right? Yes. Very good. Our Y foresees two teams. Does anybody have any experiences where they have implemented this into their business in the past month or two they would like to share? Let's hear it.
So I have a transaction right now where the repairs are not opening scheduled tomorrow. The travel off is Tuesday, and I think the repairs were not done. And now the agent and the seller are trying to take this away. I said, you know what? I said, we talked yesterday, this is what you guys confirmed, that you guys can do. I'm still hopeful that we can close this transaction.
Did you get that? Very good. And everything TBDK. We'll get update next month. Anybody else have anything that they would like to share? Okay, so Jim said it should be used in every listing and in every buyer's consultation. Good? Very good. Okay, we're going to move on. Now's your moment. All right, just want to welcome our partners. We are so grateful for everything that they do for us here at Keller Williams Integrity First. They're always willing to help and lend a hand and lend a few bucks too every now and then. So we're very grateful to them. Our ALC members, does everybody know what our ALC is? I know we have some new agents in here and I touch on it, but I just want to make sure that you guys know that they are available to you as a resource. They all serve on different committees. So if serving on a committee and working with some of our top 20%ers, is intriguing to you, I invite you to reach out to them and ask how maybe you can help serve with them. All right, we're going to do a couple updates on our committees. We'll hear first from Miss Tina Moore on productivity.
Okay, so I'm Tia, and I head up the productivity committee, and we meet the first Wednesday of every month. So what we're looking for from you guys, well, also the purpose of productivity is to help agents increase their production through what we offer here at the brokerage, through training, through support, through being available. So like I said, we meet every Wednesday. It is, to me, it's definitely a valuable committee to be a part of. You can tell me to do this, but for me, taking advantage of it, like yesterday, me and Shivani had the productivity committee meeting, and I got an opportunity to pick her brain in ways to help improve my business and my productivity. So you guys have that opportunity with every single committee that's offered through the that's ran by the ALC, so I definitely encourage you to take advantage of that. But what we're looking for you guys is come to the classes. We have a class, and we're probably going to talk about it. We have a class or a panel event on July 25th at the Falls from 1 to 4. So we definitely encourage you guys to sign up for that sooner than later. You get 3 CE credits. So it's easy. You have tons of agents who have great experience in the market, and they're constantly growing. So you have 3 hours that you can pick their brains and learn and see what they're doing to improve their businesses. So sign up for that sooner than later. Make the commitment so that nothing else gets on the calendar. If you put it on the calendar now, nothing else can get in the way of it. So as you see classes that are sent out through email and on the calendar, sign up for it. That's all we're asking you to do, because it's a great, it shows commitment to your business and helps you grow.
Love it. Awesome. Very good. And then Miss Becky Cole for our growth committee.
Hello. I'm co-chair of the growth committee. Danette is the chair. Ty Lusk has just joined our committee recently. Thank you very much for that. And we are looking for, well, in keeping with our vision, our OP's vision for 2020, we are tasked with helping our fearless leader here to recruit good talent. And we've come up with some good ideas to implement, but we need more people to help us with those. If you think that you don't have any good ideas to share, that's fine. You have great ideas. I mean, you're all in the business, and who in here thinks hands down this is the best brokerage around? And if you have the opportunity to tell other people about that, would you? Yeah. That's what the growth committee is all about. So we would love to have your ideas, and we meet on the second Friday of every month. But the good thing is we don't have to physically meet. We do video conferencing, so you can sit in your own home, your office, wherever you are. Amanda sends out a dial-in, dial-up talk for up to an hour at the most, and go from there. So we'd love to have you talk to me after if you're interested in participating.
Please, I would love to have somebody join a new committee today. Very good. All right, we would love to welcome our newest hire. Hey, wait, that's my nickname. Come now. So Matt Christ is our new Director of Agent Services and Technology. So please give him a warm welcome. Yeah. Let's have just a quick introduction. Tell them about yourself.
My name's Matt, and I'm here. I'm excited to be here. I'm here to help you guys out. I'm still learning things. I'm not a pro with all the e-edge and whatever that stuff. Yeah, I'm getting used to that. But as far as recording and things and like being able to be on social media, I have experience with having a few podcasts and that. So I'll be able to help you guys have a presence and hopefully make these meetings more accessible to people who can't make it. So I'm excited. So,
does anybody have any questions for him?
Yeah. One of my podcasts made it to the top 100 internationally for games and hobbies, and so I think we can do some stuff for you guys.
Okay, but and you're not sitting down without showing your socks.
Oh, I didn't wear the best socks today.
What?
I have weird socks. Today is Harry Potter. I got some cool stuff going on. If you ever want to see my socks, just let me know.
We hired him for his socks. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, we also have some new agents. Please welcome Garrett Carpenter. Is he here? Right over here. Yay, Garrett. Alicia, is she here today? She works at security title. She's going to be there for another month or so. So hopefully after she wraps that up, she'll be with us a little bit more often. Lisa McDaniel, I don't know if she's here. No Lisa. Bo Myers. Yay. Hello, Bo. And his, over here, I'm like, where's his wife? His wife, Tori Myers. Is she here? That happens. Yeah, I get it. So Bo and Tori Myers both are here with us. Dennis, also known as Ernie, is here. Yeah. And then Erica Romero, is she here? No, Erica? Lace. Griffin. No, Lace. So Lace is Chance Casey's stepdad. So he's with us. Kimberly, is she here? No. Kimberly. Bart Mueller. No? More. Tori, where is Susan? I know Susan's here. Give Susan a round of applause. She has just joined the Melanie Minutes team. And we have Miss Susie Steinman. Let's give a round of applause for our first closing. Miss Anita Bargan. Yay. Where is she? Is she here? What? Inga Hertz. Yay! And Josh Click. Where's Josh? Well, congratulate them when we see them. Okay. I'm going to give a few minutes to our friend Ty Luss. Where did Ty go? There he is. He's hiding. Come on up, Ty. We're going to talk just a minute about profit share and what that means to you and why it's going to be important later on in this meeting.
Yeah. So, anybody heard of profit share? Yeah, raise your hand. Okay. Anybody know how it works? No. Anybody made more than $1 in profit share in your life? Okay. So here's what's really cool. One of the things that we get to do is with Keller Williams participate in sharing of net profits in the company. So it's really pretty simple. We're going to keep it basic. Let's say that the office makes $50,000 in a month. They've got expenses of $25,000. There's $25,000 remaining. Normally, the $25,000 goes into the pocket of the owner in most businesses. In Keller Williams, and then that half gets redistributed out to anybody that has shared Keller Williams and profitable into the company. Simplicity. A couple things have to happen. Market center has to be profitable, number one, so there's money to distribute. And number two, that the agent you bring in has to have contributed to that money. Make sense? Now, if somebody is capped out, let's say they've already paid their 15 grand or their whatever their cap is, then there's obviously no more money coming in, so there's no more profit share on that person. Does that make sense? Okay, so we talk about this idea. What they would tell you, what most people would tell you is that really the goal is to get as many people across the top as you can. What that means is, hey, I think you're an awesome agent. There's a chance for you to really grow as a person and an agent in our company. Your company is awesome. Ours could be better for you potentially. Would you consider talking to Amanda about what options we have here and how it might affect you? I made two mistakes coming into real estate in KW. The first big mistake was that I didn't join a team. And the second mistake was that I didn't really get serious about profit share for way too much time, way too many years. So it's real simple. We talk about 7 levels, right? This is, we don't get real crazy, but if you notice what that means, let's say that I bring in Susie, right? And Susie loves it, you're crushing it. But you've got a friend in Florida who's thinking about getting into real estate. You're like, well, you know what? I've got a team leader in Pensacola I'd like to introduce you to and see if that might be a good fit for you there. They join there, right? That's one person in your down. Then they end up building a team. They say, hey, I need a couple buyer's agents within the next 2 years. They bring somebody into KW. Well, that's your second and third. So if you notice the way it's set up is you have 7 levels that pay out in profit share. And it's an hourglass as a percentage goes. So if you'll notice, here's what's really interesting about it. Obviously, the biggest percentage of the profit you get is going to come from the people that you sponsor directly. And then it's going to start to go down, but then you notice it starts to come back up when you get to 5, 6, 7. So what it means is it's almost as valuable to have people that you don't even know in your downline that can be spread across the United States and internationally now. So people who are opening up offices in Costa Rica and Cabo and all these places now are doing international profit share, right? So what does that mean to us? Like how does it, is it significant money? It took me about 6 or 7 years to even get my first profit share check. It was like 84 cents. I'm like, this is awesome. But then it started to build and build and build. And then over time, it took me about 2 years to get a mega team, one of the biggest mega teams in Keller Williams to come. And from that, last year was about $7,500 or $8,000 in profit share money before they all cap, which will restart again in November. So essentially, I'm like, well, how much am I paying to KW, and how much am I making in profit share? And if I can make as much in profit share as I'm paying, then I'm really working 100% profit. Makes sense, right? And then you get people who were able to do it, and they're literally making more money in profit share than they're paying to Keller Williams nationally, or annually rather. So there's a couple of beauties. People always say, well, what's the difference? Like EXP is a big talk, right? Everybody's like, EXP, they're going there, whatever. What's the story? So it's different, right? EXP has what's called revenue share versus profit share. We're not going to get into it, but just we're going to address it all in the room. So profit share essentially means that with, after earnings paid, that's the percentage out of it, versus their revenue share, which is a little bit different on the top, essentially. But in that model, everything full caps, right? You only get money back if you get 5 across, another 5. So basically, you're building layers in that model EXP that you've got to hit. So it's different than what we're doing. And our model with profit share allows you to go, nationwide, any market center, and, even internationally, and then be able to share the story of KW with people who will then share it with the people. And instead of the owner taking all the profit, the owner shares half the profit back with the agents. That's profit sharing. Any questions? Ideas? Any you want to add, Jesse, at all? Maybe I missed?
I would add that Keller Williams started with a revenue share program back when they launched, and it's not effective at the time.
Yeah. Well, and look, don't get me started with EXP. Let's just say that, like, I don't know how you dilute a stock over time and it still stays valuable. So what they're doing is saying, we're going to give you profit share back, but it's stocks that you can't cash in now anyway. You've got to hang on to. So it's just this whole idea, and we're never going to talk bad about any other company. It's just different. So that's profit share. It is a big deal. It can be a big deal. And a lot of people don't take advantage of or don't understand it. So we just want to take a few minutes today to just kind of show you and tell you a little bit about how it works. So in the questions, Amanda, the best way is for anybody here, would be to bring people to you.
Yep, all day long. So who has profit share? Who's receiving profit share? Let's see by a show of hands. Raise them tall. All right, who wants profit share? Who wants more profit share? Okay, I love the hands. We're going to meet them later. Awesome.
So we introduce them to you. You cross-sell agent, somebody we like, somebody we respect, from a different company, outside of KW, and then we would just make an introduction. Hey, I really love the way that you do business, and I was going to see if we could just put you in contact with our team leader, Amanda, who just wants to say thank you for being awesome. And that literally is it. Tia.
And the best place to see Amanda will be our bathroom next week.
Plug.
Do it. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right. So, with that said, I would love to introduce a little contest we're going to have. Who likes contests?
Yeah.
Okay, who's competitive in this room? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I hope that you all participate in our little contest. What we're doing is we are trying to see, we need some appointments, right? Get some appointments going. I want to help you build your profit share. This is a team effort. What we've sat down and kind of figured out is if you can help me set 4 appointments by August 31st, how does it work? For every 4 appointments you set, you're going to get your name into a pot, okay? For the $500 Visa gift card. So for every 4, you get 1 point. Whoever brings me the most appointments or helps me set the most appointments will get 6 months of no office fees for 6 months. Is that cool?
That includes office rent?
No.
We We knew you would ask that.
I'm ready for you.
6 months office fees.
$44 a month.
Yeah. For 6 months. Is that pretty cool? Yeah, that's pretty cool. So the goal here is just to help me set the most appointments. Yes.
I'm reading this as 4 set appointments, I get 6 months off.
Right. For every 4 appointments, you get a point. Right? What did it say?
Says set
4
4
appointments
appointments
by August 31st and get 6 months, no office fee. Yes, you are right. You are right.
It's not that we're contractual people.
The problem is that we've talked about it in so many different lights. It's getting
Possibilities in writing.
Yeah. If you set 4 appointments, you get 6 months. Yes,
Yeah,
that
I
is
think
correct.
I think what you're saying is for every 4 you bring, that you get 1 extra thing in the $500.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you do 8 appointments, you have two times the chance to win the $500.
Do you see what I'm saying?
We got you.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Who's in?
You suck, do your best stuff.
Who's in? Wait, I didn't see. All of you. That's fantastic. Awesome. Okay, and what we've done is we have given you a script or 2 on your chair. How do you feel about the script? Comfortable? Uncomfortable? Is it weird? Do you like it? Easy. It's easy. Why is it easy?
Because you're just making contact with somebody you've been working with, you're saying thank you, and that's it. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, it's
Super easy. Has anybody struggled with the script? No? Because at the end of the day, if you're uncomfortable with it, we want you to get comfortable. And I'm happy to role play with you. I can be as mean or as nice as you want. I've only had like 2 people hang up on me. That's true. I've only had 2.
I just
You
wanted
were really
to,
good.
I just wanted to let Lily know, because
Yes,
she's not,
yes,
that,
you are.
but I don't know if you got it, I was saying live yesterday.
I did get them.
Okay. Just you. Not you.
Yep, I got
Oh,
it.
really okay that because I
All right, so yes, we are starting this. It is going till August 31st. Okay, so email me, text me, call me, whichever you prefer. I will answer and get back to you. You can fill out the form that's on the 2nd page. 3rd page. Okay. Lots of ways to get her done. I'm trying to make it as easy on you as possible because, again, I'm not trying to add to your plate. I'm trying to help you build your revenue share. Cool? Very cool. Okay. Which leads us to, yes. Oh, the basket. Did we pass it?
It's coming.
It's coming. Hopefully it's coming.
Yeah, what's the basket for?
You put your name, drop a card in, and you can be drawn out for, it's the drawing for being the on-call agent, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So not to me.
Not unless you got a license.
I can do it.
Anyway, okay, so here we have our double agent, mega double agent panel event, right? Have you guys seen this flyer? Please say yes.
Yeah.
Facebook, email, online, everywhere, we're hoping. Very cool. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to create a conversation and invite some friends to this panel. We have, obviously we've got Shivani Dallas, we've got Mindy Jones, we've got Kenny Klaus from here at Integrity First, so we can always learn from them. But then we've also got some other great agents across the valley that we can learn from. Please reach out to somebody and invite somebody and pick them up and bring them with you so you know that they actually come. That would be so fantastic. Dawn, do you want to give a little plug?
Yeah, so a couple things. So probably about 2 months ago, Michelle, we started this whole conversation about this event. So the Falls reached out and they said that they had a deal going over there. So we went about putting together an event. And we were talking about that whole win-win. We talked about downline. We talked about all these opportunities. So how can we attract the most people And so this is what we came up with, was bringing together a bunch of agents that are producing that are going to be able to share some great knowledge. And Tia has done an amazing job, super helpful in helping us to give us the CE credits beyond that as well. So by doing that, we already have, when I checked this morning, we're at 90 RSVPs for this event. And we're just starting to get into the window now where people start signing up.
Yeah.
So so we have the room. Michelle, did we set it for 120? Is that what we're setting it for?
120.
Yeah, so we're setting the room for 120. Although we're gonna have extra chairs available. I think the Eventbrite tops out at 250. So that'd be amazing. But
If we get that number, I'll
but here's the cool thing about this is, we're having the event. There's gonna be great information there. Right after the event, we are doing a happy hour over at the Union, and so an opportunity to bring everybody, all of your guests from outside of KW over there as well. Most of the panelists will be joining us there. We're definitely going to have a big Integrity First influence there, as our two moderators are both out of this office, as well as 3 of the panelists. So we're going to have a lot of influence there. One of the other really cool things, if you need help on encouraging somebody to come, Dan Noma, who is on the second panel, is the gentleman who is in charge of buying for Cerberus. And so Cerberus is the company, the hedge fund, that is buying 4,000 homes in Arizona right now. And they're less than 1,000 into that, so that means they need more than 3,000. At this event, he's going to be signing people up for classes, teaching them how to go and prospect and sell for Cerberus. And exactly, you'll have to be able to have a conversation with exactly what that buy box is. And there's a very good chance that buy box is going to be loosened up between now and that date as well. They've already loosened it up in Vegas. They're going up to 350,000 in Vegas. They're working at a 4.25 cap up there too. So homes that weren't previously qualifying for purchase here are definitely going to be able to qualify for buy from Cerberus as well. So when you're talking to people like, hey, at this event, we're going to have somebody there who is needs people to help them find homes to sell. And by the way, if Cerberus buys a home, they'll pay you a full 3% commission. So it's not like you're taking a commission or anything like that on it as well. Just in case this isn't enough for ammunition to get people there, that'll be another reason to encourage people to come. So it's going to be a really cool event, and I'm really excited about it, how well it's worked out. Tia and I were just talking about some of our plans for our next event in September and how we're going to top this. So if you guys haven't been following my Facebook Lives on this, Mindy beat me with a pool noodle the other day. I did it.
Shivani was offended by my live.
And your son's in the storm.
It's the birds. See, the one beating is all it takes. So, but then I went to the next panel, so it was Merrill, and he's like, I've got kittens in my office. Let's stand here and hold the kittens all the time. And let's not even mention the kittens. So then I told Dan, we're doing a Facebook Live on Monday about it, and I'm like, you're going to have to step it up. So he didn't tell me what the plan is. There was a conversation about goat yoga, but I told him to wear my yoga pants. So you guys will have to check it out on Monday to see what comes of it. So, but anyways, you guys, make sure you guys get RSVP'd, and this is such a great opportunity to bring people into our world here and show them about some of the cool stuff. And that happy hour afterwards is going to be a great opportunity to socialize with some of the people that are involved in the event, and to show, and make some introductions to Amanda there as well. So
Very good.
So that other contest ought to be pretty easy.
Awesome, right? Get her done. Okay, we also want to welcome Miss Susie Steinman. Do you want to come on up here? So Susie is our new productivity coach. We're going to just do a little agent spotlight on her for a minute. So tell us a little bit, how did you get into real estate?
Oh boy. Okay, so my career started back in 1992. Married at the time to a gentleman who was flipping houses. Mm-hmm. We were flipping houses as a husband and wife. And I just watched all the commissions going out the door to that agent that was listing all of our property, and I thought, maybe we should keep that. Yeah. So that's how I started.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And how did you grow your business?
So eventually, who was now my ex, he took over that component. He became a realtor. He did that. I decided I really liked working with the public. Mm-hmm. In 26 years, I'm not sick of looking at houses. So I became a buyer's agent initially, like most of us do. Worked with an attorney for years doing probate estate as a listing agent, so got kind of a background in both. And then fast forward, I've just been a full-time agent for my whole career, and within the last maybe 5-6 years, started flipping again. My husband now, we've been married 12 years, and he and I flip houses full-time. We have a company named Redeemed LLC, and from that company we offshot into consulting. So now in addition to flipping, there's lots of clients that come into our purview that don't have vision, like I want to do something with my house, but I don't, can I take down that wall, or can I change that, or how do I decorate, where are the contractors? So that kind of business developed from the flipping, and so now I have full-time real estate, flipping, consulting, and now I'm a PC coach.
She just does one or two things. Okay, so tell me, what's your favorite thing about real estate? What do you love the most?
I love that you can make your own hours. You're an entrepreneur. You're basically your own CEO, and you're only limited by how hard you're willing to work. There's no ceiling on your income. So I love that about real estate. And people. You gotta like people. So yeah.
So tell me, why did you choose Keller Williams Integrity first?
So I'm longtime colleagues with Steve Chater, and so a little bit about our relationship, how that started, is we're both at Sevron, and we volunteer on the Professional Standards Committee. I bet some of you, especially you newbies, probably don't even know what Sevron offers you, but Sevron has Professional Standards Committee, and that handles ethics complaints. So if you got like an audio realtor you're working with, and you feel like they're just not doing something ethically. If you have a dispute over a commission, things like that, you can bring that to the attention of Sevrar. Sevrar will put it before the grievance committee, the complaint. If the grievance committee feels it's legit, they'll forward it on to us at the Professional Standards Committee. And then we will have like a hearing, very similar to a court hearing. You'll be at a table as the complainant, and then the other agent will be there as a respondent. Sometimes there's legal counsel there, and there's brokers there, and there's a panel of 5 of us who handle those types of hearings. But the other things that Sevra offers to you are ombudsman services. So let's say you're frustrated with a transaction and the agent isn't responding. You can call Sevra and talk to them about that, and they'll get in touch with one of us. We are ombuds people. We kind of are like a go-between. We kind of help you guys work through issues, so we don't have to bring it to a complaint. I'm also a mediator. Steve's a mediator. So if people are having issues with procuring cause, commission issues, we do arbitrations and ethics hearings, mediations, things like that. So that's all stuff that Sevrar does, and that's how I met Steve. So we're good buddies for a long time, and he has been talking to me about Keller Williams because I said I wanted to make a change anyway. I was looking for a brokerage firm, and I'm so glad to be here. Like, this is like a fire hose for me right now with all the stuff that you have here. But I wish 26 years ago I would have had an opportunity to come to a place like this, because, like you say, it's so true. It's not, do you have it here? It's, where do I find it? They have all the training, all the tools. So many gifted, talented, smart people who are happy to be here working with you. It is the culture here. I mean, I can't walk through the bullpen without people saying hi and talking to me. So just the culture, the climate. Obviously, I love the numbers. We're #1 nationwide. All that stuff is why I'm here. As a realtor, that's why I'm here.
Awesome. So let's talk to them a little bit about the productivity coaching program. What are your goals for it? What do you see? What's your vision?
So Steve, has talked to me about that also, because I really like helping agents. That's my passion now, is teaching, training, helping other people to become successful. I think everybody in the business who has had that kind of help wants to pay it forward. And that's where I'm at in my career. I just want to help all of you. You don't even have to be a brand new agent. You could have come here from another brokerage, or you're here but you're kind of stagnant right now and just want to get over the edge, and that's what I'm here to do, is just to help you figure out how to grow your business and how to become more productive.
Very good. Does anybody here has questions for Susie?
We're glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you, guys.
Very good. Awesome. Thanks for being here. All right, let's turn the time over to our friend Jim. Are you guys ready to be educated? Get your notes out, right?
Education.
Yes.
I thought it was entertainment only.
The song and
Well,
dance.
how's everybody doing? Isn't it great to be in a company that attracts great talent? Susie and Matt and Ty and Garrett have come and joined us, and everybody that's in this room. Look around at the people that are in this room. Right now are some of our biggest producers that are sitting here this morning. And you have an opportunity to rub elbows with these people. And even if you walked away with one thing that helped your business, would that give you more production? And Tia talked about production. Is that important? Yeah, money's good for the good that money can do, right? It's to build the perfect life for you guys. And we're going to look at a little bit of information here. Bear in mind that we have been without Brokermetrics for 3 weeks, month and a half. Okay, so we got it up and running last night. The problem is it's completely changed from what it used to be. So I couldn't pull lots of useful information out of there because I have to go and rebuild all of the programs that I already had in there. And so we'll look at some interesting things here anyway. How's our market doing? Crickets? Is it good? Okay, great. So here's how we're doing so far in the market in July. We've got about 16,000 listings. There's a discrepancy of maybe 10 or 12 between Cromford Report and the MLS, but that could be like a morning's worth of data, okay? CCBS, by the way, is this going up or down? 15,000 is up from last month? Up from last year? Down. How about CCBS? What is CCBS, by the way? It sounds bad, but it's really a good thing. Well, yeah, it's contingency contracts where a buyer has to sell a home. Okay, so it's holding pretty steady. It's actually down a little bit as well. UCB 3,798. Is that up or down over last month? Does anybody remember last month? Okay, we're down again. Our pending is 6,500. That's down. Our closed for June 2018 is down slightly by about 890 transactions. That's pretty cool because it's higher than most years when we're in June and heading into July, the hottest part of our year here, where our sales typically dip down and then come back up in the fall. May 10th, or in May, we had 10,000. So we're down a little bit, but July to date is 2272. The neat thing is we're reinventing some of our market as we're going along. What do I mean by that? We know what's active on the market, right? It's out there, it's on the MLS. But where are we coming up with all these other listings and sales?
Off market coming soon.
Off market coming soon. We're actually having people walk into a neighborhood with a list of clients and say, Bobby and Lisa have 2 kids that got to be in this home. They got to be in a home in this school district before what date? Very quickly, right? Or they might be aced out of getting into that school district. Those people are having tremendous luck. Is it luck? Tremendous skill in going out there and going direct to the public. Some of these transactions are only showing up in the MLS when they're reporting. So our agents are taking the listing for that particular person, that particular buyer, and they're putting them into the home and then showing up as a double escrow for them, for a 2-sided escrow, representing the sale and the buyer side of it. Pretty cool, huh? Is there any competition in that? There's no competition if you've gone direct. It's just you and the seller, right?
Jim,
So-
on that real quick, is there any risk in that? In other words, if you have a pocket listing, you only pocket, is there anything you need to tell us about what we should or shouldn't do if we hold on to a listing and find the buyer and never go put it on the list?
Well, if we have a pocket listing, yes, there's risk in that. Okay, how would we ever be able to tell somebody that we got them the highest and best offer as a seller if we had a pocket listing? Without going to the public, right? Yeah, all we have are the comps that we showed the seller at that point in time. But the market is actually driving the prices higher. I've got a couple of graphs here I'll share with you off of Crawford that shows where we're at this point in time.
But legally, is there an issue?
Legally, we're allowed to do dual representation in the state of Arizona. There could be some risk at a later date that a seller would cry out, hey, I don't think I got fair market value. That's a possibility. Yes,
What
Sean?
do we do about it?
I don't think what he is saying though is what you're saying, pocket lister, we bring the buyer in. I think what Jim is talking about, like we have a few where we know the buyer and the seller, and they came to us and said, put it together. So we're putting those together for
If we're just,
them,
yeah,
and we're representing both sides.
Yeah.
So
If
they
we're
come
just-
together.
Okay.
So, but
If
you're
we're-
talking about intentionally. Yes, we're intentionally putting them together, they both
Yeah.
wanted to be
Uh-huh.
together. So
Okay.
we're just helping them facilitate the entire transaction.
That totally makes sense. I guess my question is, right now what's happening is, we're like, hey, let's hold all the listings up market, because we probably got a buyer, and we can go in there.
That is
But what's,
different, that's.
but that, there's a risk now, right? Because
Yes.
you're like, well, how do we make sure they get the
Yes.
highest and best?
There is.
So how do we, what advice you have? if we're
well, I
in
would
this
advise the seller, we always have to have this conversation with them. It should be in writing. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we're in the process of taking your listing. You've agreed to market the property for a period of time where it's not available for the general public on multiple listing service, and you might run a risk of not getting top dollar in the market.
And that grows with language for us too, we could always have stuff in our contract. Oh, we already have stuff in our contract that was like, it'll go live on the MLS, once we're done with all the marketing, blah, blah, blah. But Connect wrote a nice note that we have updated our listing agreements to include that in. And so it just gives you the ability to, sign on the day that you talk with them, but let them know that there's other stuff that you're gonna do in the meantime.
There is a little bit of risk in the pre-marketing status, where we're not offering it on the MLS immediately upon taking the listing. But typically in the listing contract itself, there's extra lines for additional terms and conditions. We write in there, seller agrees to keep it off market until blank date, with that date being day one for marketing purposes for the MLS. Seller authorizes the listing broker to pre-market the property, and if an offer comes in, it's subject to those terms and conditions that are acceptable to the seller.
But I do think expeditiously we should try and get it done.
And ARMLess requires that we do that within 24 hours. It's right in agreement, but if we have something in writing from the seller, then we're safe. Okay?
And now we can do the delayed marketing status and I'll last for 14 days.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just-
Go ahead, Barbie, why don't you stand up and tell them, I was just gonna go ahead and jump into that, but go right ahead. No, that's fine, because you were just showing me on the app. I hadn't even received that yet this morning in my email, so they've got some kind of delay going on in releasing that. But MLS is going to have a delayed activation MLS listing of properties. They cannot go under contract. The sellers or listing agent cannot take an offer on the property until it goes live active on the MLS. Okay, it's there to see that it's there. But it will not be disseminating that information out to the Zillows and KW and everybody else.
And the days aren't counting.
It's 14 days
Yep.
that you can use, it's like a coming soon, that
Yep.
MLS is now offering. So it doesn't go to IDS, like what Jim said, so it's not synced to any of the other websites, but it also, I don't think, goes to your own website either. So you can automatically activate the listing prior to 14 days, but if you just load it and leave it, it will automatically go active on day 14. And then you cannot show it yourself or to any other agent can show it for that 14-day time period on that delayed status. So if you're trying to hold a listing so that you can bring your own buyer in, tie and double-sided, which is fantastic, that would not be what you want to do.
You wouldn't want to use that
No,
because
because
there are
you'd be
big
violation.
fines with harmless if you do that.
I don't understand the point of that.
It's like a coming soon.
It's just
Like
very
a
So
Zillow.
So it gives the visibility for people that are not looking at coming soon for Zillow. So I've had like a client will say, hey, I saw this sign in the yard. And so I'll look on MLS first, and if it's not there, then I go to Zillow and look for coming soon, and I'll typically find it there. So I think it's for people who may or not be looking in other places for those coming soon.
Okay.
Now they'll be exposed to them in the MLS, still as a coming soon, but because some realtors only look at them.
And it's only available to the MLS.
I'll try it again. And did you say that you aren't able to take any offers though in that 14 days?
Cannot
You
even show
cannot,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Now, you can change it. Let's say you're getting an offer, you can certainly change it into active status immediately.
Oh, okay.
And then go into a UTV or pending status. But you can't like secretly, you know.
Take a
you can't-
contract on it,
You have
yeah.
to be fair.
Okay.
So it's doing what Mindy wants it to do, is get it out there, doing your obligation to your client, getting the most interest in it. But it's just called a delayed.
Yeah.
What, do you know the status is, like this, is it listed as still active?
It'll say delayed status.
Delayed status.
Yeah, they're adding a whole new status into the multiple listing service. So look into your emails.
Oh, okay.
Look to your emails to find the additional terms and conditions for that delayed status. It may or may not work for your client. However, could you add it to the KWLS? Yes, you can put photographs, you can put everything in there, okay? It is not disseminated to anybody else. Nobody comes and data mines our KWLS. So it can still be out there under a Keller Williams search and show up on our apps, but it won't show up anyplace else, okay? Speaking of the Cromford report, they were showing 20,000 listings active, which includes the UCB status, so that's very close to where we're at. 15,000, that's exactly it. 61 days on the market. 97 days on the market for active listings. Now this is just a snapshot of all the listings. So this includes multi-million-dollar homes and everything else. You'll notice that, you know, if we broke it down by price range, everything under about 350,000 is going is almost as fast as we can put them on the MLS. So what's dragging these dates up here higher is all that multi-million-dollar inventory that's just sitting there. It's adding lots of time, and of course, properties that are overpriced, sellers think they can price ahead of the market and get that top dollar and not make any repairs. We've talked about that before. They're getting rejected right and left. Okay? Active list price on the listings is $213. Monthly sales is $163.40. But again, that's lower priced properties that are actually going under contract and closing. Okay? So how many of you have the Cromford report? How many of you want the Cromford report? Okay, do we have all these additional people signed up on the Cromford? We're up for renewal?
You can only renew how many times a year?
Once. You'll have one.
People, the cheaper it becomes.
The more people, the cheaper it gets for everybody. This is an extremely powerful tool. I could go through here for like a week and a half just for today's stuff. All the graphs and charts that you could use at your leisure for your own business to go down and squeak that one zip code or that one neighborhood and find out everything that has happened in there in you know, a year or 2 years time frame. Show people the market, how it's coming up. Show them how this subdivision gets more money because it's in this school district rather than the one that's across the major street that goes to Mesa. Okay?
And depending on where you are, things like money supply could be very different. And 2.5 is
Absolutely.
low, but like down in Chandler, it's 1.4.
It is, yeah. So if we came in and we gleaned out our southeast valley we're going to see that the time frame for those properties on the market drops tremendously compared with what we're seeing here. Okay? Here's the supply and demand year over year. For sale properties in 2017 and June of 2018, you can see we're slipping a little bit as we go along. The lowest inventory was actually in December last year. I wasn't even aware that we were in that bad shape in December. But we've actually gained quite a bit of inventory back. Under contract is up 23% and solds are up 9.9%, even though our inventory is shrinking. We're going out and finding those listings, right? And some of them aren't making it into the stats on the MLS because they're not being recorded there. So that's what I'm saying right now. We're back to your normal standard of practice in real estate when everybody started of doing the fundamentals in real estate. The people who are doing the fundamental work in real estate are getting the lion's share of the business. Who wants to be included in that? I want all of you included in that. Is it hot out right now? Yes. But imagine the impact of you hoofing it around the neighborhood looking for a particular buyer and what those people think of you as a real estate agent willing to do that for your client.
Take otter pops with you. That's a big thing.
Yeah. There you go. Here's our market dynamics. So this is month's supply of inventory. Here's where we started in June of 2017, 1.9, we're down to 1.4. Again, this is just a shotgun across the market. If we got in here, we're probably got 10 days supply in a $200,000, $250,000 price range in our area of the valley. Maybe less than that, maybe 4 or 5 days. Okay, and the 10 days includes the really ugly ones where they don't want to fix anything. Okay, so you make an offer on a property, your buyer goes and does an inspection in there, and they find out the house is a piece of junk. The people who've lived there 15 years and milked the life out of the home, and now they expect to get top dollar, right? Here's our median price. You wonder why they're starting to talk about, are we getting overinflated or bubbled in our current market? I say not. Do you see any huge spikes in there? No, it's a nice gradual increase in price, and I think we're going to be headed that way for quite a while yet, because our inventory isn't going to get explosive. We're not going to have 100,000 of them suddenly come on the market. By the way, we could probably sell those in 3 months, right? Even if we did. But we have increased traffic coming in. The reports from our chambers of commerce are extremely good. And I know Chris DePong has got somebody coming, what was it, for Gilbert?
Yeah.
Sometime, yeah, there we go. In a little bit, and he's going to share some really exciting information about us down around Mesa Gateway. This is one of the biggest area for business growth down here, including higher paying jobs. So now those luxury homes are going to start to disappear off the market as well. Yes, Don?
So I was at an event yesterday, and the gentleman who leads the Greater Phoenix Economic Council was our speaker, and he was talking about that there's still a couple more really big Southeast Valley announcements coming, that there's some more big ones coming for players. That the corridor, of course, is real hot through there, but that it's just going to continue to blow up in the Southeast Valley.
And we're working on some of that ourselves. So, any questions at all about our market? Does it scare you? Does it excite you? I'd be really excited. Terrified? Terrified.
No, it's all going like this for me.
Terrified of how much business you'll be able to do between now and the end of the year. As long as you're willing to get out there and earn those buyers and sellers business, we're going to end up with a lion's share of business in the Southeast Valley. Even though Broker Metrics is still broke as far as I'm concerned, since they deleted all my stuff, I go on, because they split off all of our offices. Okay, so I've got to figure out a way to recongregate those numbers together to give us an accurate reading, but we're gaining in market share.
Very good, very good, very good, very good. Awesome, thanks, Jen. Culture award.
Is that me?
That's you, Tony.
It's just so shiny in my office.
I know, right?
I'm gonna miss it. I made a copy of it. I made a copy of it. So it just sits in there? Yeah. That's one stuck. It's gonna rip. There we go. I got it. I got
There
it.
you
See, bags are always smarter than me. Perfect. Well, I prepared a beautiful speech. Not really. I wasn't sure if I was going to be making it here, and so I had some really good editors improve my speech for me. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you, Mary. So, this culture award, I was going to speak from the hip, but this is actually better, so we'll go from there. This person being nominated today is spunky, outgoing, friendly, and has a natural ability to attract others. They're all in when learning about the company, culture, cultivating new relationships, offering help to others, and wears their heart on their sleeve. I'd like to acknowledge this person that is actively working to improve the culture of Quiff. This person is often in the office late at night and always willing to offer a helping hand. Although this person is new to Keller Willaims, they have blended into our culture and are working to constantly improve. They exhibit grace and professionalism and offers a unique perspective and approach to problem solving. I'd like to offer this award to our fearless leader, Amanda. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Barbie. You can keep that.
Let's go ahead and frame it when I have to do this up. Oh, you guys, that's so thoughtful. Thank you. Those were such kind words.
I know, I thought
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
What you sent me was nice. We were afraid he was texting and driving. We're like, ah.
He probably was, right?
No realtors do that.
Thank you. That is such an honor. I really, truly cannot think of, what's the word, a higher, an honor, but just a thank you and to carry this around, like, you guys, thank you. That is so nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was not expected. Do we want to go over this? Okay, so again, this is adding to our value story, right? Our agents at our market center who attended 2 or more trainings averaged 1.5% more commission, right? More volume and more units than those who did not. So what are we trying to show you here?
What did he, what was the class again?
36, 12, 3. Yes. Yes. So one thing that I tell our new agents that come in and I sit with and try to educate about real estate in general is, you know, I don't care if you're new to the business or if you're old to the business, doesn't matter where you are in the business, you should always save a portion of your time to keep yourself educated. You know, there's working in your business, there's working on your business, and there's always educating yourself about what's happening within the business and in the industry. So always keep that in your schedule and in your mind and in your back pocket because it's really important to know what's going on. And we offer you so much here at the Market Center. We want you to come and participate in those things. We want you to be able to utilize the things that we're providing. If you're a mega team, send some of your agents here. We want to help you grow those producing agents. So don't feel like you're doing it on your own. We definitely want you guys to know that we're here and to utilize this the best you can. And with that said, if you guys have any suggestions as to classes that you might want us to be seen here, call me, text me, email me. We want to give you what you need. So if you have any ideas, holler.
Can I
Yeah.
use all of your parts of PW Labs with some of the different technologies? So who's all has the CRM technology? So I like to get at least get a list together of all the people using the different labs so we can get together. You're not using it. We're trying to evaluate to find the best, most effective way to use some of these different technologies that they're launching. So
Yeah.
and they're offering more and more, which are pretty awesome tools.
Yeah.
Like the Snapchat or Snapshot.
Yes. So okay, so do that again. Who's in some of the labs? Okay. So if you guys will just reach out to me, or actually I'll shoot you an email. He will.
That's my job. It's my 4th day today, so I'm going to become a master of these things. Hopefully, by the end of this month. But I already downloaded Kelly and some of the other stuff and get used to it. And then
Yeah.
Willaims.
So email him,
Okay.
matthew.chris@kw.com.
Matthew Douglas.
Can we just give you a hard
You know where my
time?
office is, and then I'll.
Do you need Mary and Barbie to text it to you?
Anyway, yes. We're bringing that because I think it's really important for you guys to see what's happening inside those labs. So if we can give you just a little glimpse of what's going on and what's happening, it will better educate you about what's coming, and it's actually coming soon. So I'm super excited.
So if you email Matt with whatever labs you're in, then we can keep track and we can start doing some of our own labbing
within the labs.
That'd be
internally.
Yeah. Very
Do you
cool.
have a list of each and one labs?
No.
We will soon.
As soon as you email him.
That's what he's here for.
Okay, are we good? Are we ready to do this?
Yeah.
No. Here, this one.
We got Anthony Rodman. And Eva. Awesome. Very good.
Just in case you guys don't know what this is for, it's to be the on-call agent for 2 weeks. And she's not here, but I have to tell you, I forwarded a whole lot of stuff to the on-call agent of the last 2 weeks.
Andy,
So there's big up.
Andy?
Yes.
I met with her and she said that she has 4 active clients, like in her car, active clients from
You
Monday.
guys, it's huge.
Come to the sales meeting.
Yeah. It's huge.
Yep, it's awesome. Very good. Okay, that's it. Anything else you guys want to add?
Yes. We need to choose for our meet and greet for next
Oh.
month.
Oh,
So
yes.
Maybe if Barbie wants to do that, I know she's been chosen a couple times, but Kevin's not here to talk about it. And then, I know as culture committee, we are having our potluck tonight, and we still have openings if anyone wants to join us. So we've moved it to.
There's wine.
There's wine, there's more than wine. Wine shots, there's gonna be some beer, there's gonna be shots. We can do whatever we want.
I brought the wine.
Okay, what is this for?
Meet and greet.
The-
Meet and greet is Amy Campbell and Mary Newton.
You meet up, get to know each other.
Have coffee. Or shots. Or shots. So 5:30 tonight, we had to move the potluck here because we're afraid that the weather was gonna wash us away out in, here.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Here.
Yeah. And also, if you come, please bring a case of water. It's been cheaper, so we're trying to get more water for the water drive. That also ends September 15th.
Yeah.
Either way, have it another 15th.
Oh, there you go. Have it in